We're going to call the meeting to order with a moment of silence and a salute to the flag. If we'd all stand, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very good. All right. Very good. Well, we want to certainly welcome everybody here this evening. It's the first time we've seen a standing room only crowd. This is great. Anyway, I guess we're going to start out with our student performance.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Valentina, and I teach at Ross and Heighton. And before you, there are about 20 kindergarten students from Ross Elementary, both from Mrs. Heather Evans' class and Miss Emily Crawford's class. And I kind of decided it was maybe time for our district to see where all these wonderful high school and middle school students get their start. So you will have the children singing 4 songs, and we're going to go straight through without stopping. Then we could have our applause. But we're going to do some patriotic songs, and then we're going to end with a reading song that they enjoy doing in class. So welcome, and thank you so much for your attendance.
Hey, listen. You need to put your budget. I need a segue. Look at that little way.
Two, 4, 6, 8. That was fun, but we are done.
Thank you, Mrs. Mina. Thank you, students. Children, thank you so much.
Good job.
And I guess we could, now that you all performed, you all have to stay for the meeting. I'm sorry. Really sorry. You have to suffer through this.
And
Go
Miss
ahead.
Menino, make sure the children know that they'll be on TV.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
It's on tonight after 11. So
No, 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 it's not only on tonight. When else is it on?
so if you want to have them. Good to see you.
I just caused a riot. I just caused a riot. Well, that I think
Yes.
is exciting, because they will be.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's tonight it's on at 11,
Half day for all.
but I know during the week it's on.
No, I didn't see her when I came in.
I think she has something.
She's got her signs out. See them on the way.
Yeah, they were too cute. Those are friends.
Yeah, I know. Right.
That'll clear them out. Sundays.
I only put them on private property. I won't pay it.
I don't have that many of them, so,
I don't either.
but I still do.
Do you? They give back.
Yeah.
I don't give it. I don't give anything. That's my protest. It is. That's ridiculous. You're being recognized. No, some of these guys. Wow, we got a whole.
Yeah. There's my Heidi.
Yeah.
Okay, before we move on to public recognition, I do want to announce that this evening we did, as a board, meet in the executive, with an executive session this evening at the administrative building, and that occurred from 6 till 7 this evening. So now I guess we will move on to public recognition, and that is Mr. Kreider.
Thank you, Mr. Wilgus.
Yes, sir.
The Boy Scouts of America is one of the largest youth organizations in the United States, with 2.7 million youth members and over 1 million adult volunteers. Since its founding in 1910 as a part of the International Scout Movement, more than 110 million Americans have been members of the Boy Scouts. At this time, I would like to invite Andrew Cook, Hayden Kurz, and Dirk Hazenbein to join me at the podium. Andrew is a junior, and both Hayden and Dirk are seniors. Recently, these fine young men earned the rank of Eagle. To celebrate their accomplishment, Andrew is joined by his parents, Richard and Teresa. Hayden is joined by his his mother, Karen, is here. And Dirk is joined by his mother, Cheryl, and also his brother, Robert. The Boy Scouts of America's goal is to train youth to be responsible citizens through character development and self-reliance through participation in a wide range of outdoor activities and educational programs. The North Hills community is very fortunate to have several quality Boy Scout organizations, such as Troop 181, Troop 83, and Troop 368, with dedicated adults to serve as scoutmasters and assistants. Eagle is the highest rank attainable by the Boy Scout program. A scout who attains this rank is called Eagle Scout. The title of Eagle Scout is held for life, thus giving phrase and rise to the phrase, once an Eagle, always an Eagle. Requirements include earning at least 21 merit badges and demonstrating Scout spirit through the Boy Scout Oath and Law service, and leadership. This includes an extensive service project the Scout plans, organizes, leads, and manages. In a moment, I will ask each of them to share with you their Eagle Scout project and the impact that it had on our local community. But please join me in congratulating Andrew, Hayden, Dirk, and their family for their accomplishment. And right now, they're wagering with each other who gets to go first, but I control that, so I'm going to first call to the microphone Eagle Scout Cook.
My Eagle Scout project took place last spring. We're actually right down the hall in the courtyard, and we had just about 2-3 different days. One of the days we went and power washed the whole courtyard, kind of started reorganizing everything. On a different day, we went in, took out all the benches, power washed the benches, re-stained them, polyurethane them. And then on the last day, myself and Frau Stein, who's a German teacher at the high school, organized an in-school field trip and got about 25 students to help volunteer to pull some weeds, mulch, plant some shrubs and pine trees donated by Derby Landscaping. Now the courtyard is used by faculty and students.
Thank you.
My Eagle project was down at Westview United Methodist Church in Westview. The project I did was a daycare butterfly garden for the congregation, daycare to use and enjoy the wildlife that comes during the garden. So it's down in Westview. If you want to look at it, it's still down there.
My Eagle Scout project was at St. Teresa of Avila School. The parish, it was for their festival. I did the golf game. It's a putt-putt golf game with 3 holes. It's 4 sheets of plywood, and I had to put AstroTurf on it, and it's on a rake it goes from nothing to 6 inches. So I had to make that, and I also refurbished the dice game for there.
Sorry.
Great job.
There you go.
Congratulations. Great job. Good to see you.
The power washer for my house.
Mrs. Bender will be at her house.
Both of you are going to be on TV also. Okay, thanks for what you've done.
No, I'm good. I have one.
He does. He power washes houses. I have to ask John.
And we also have the Carson Scholars Fund, which awards $1,000 scholarships to students who excel academically and are dedicated to serving their communities. At this time, I would like to invite Sarah Glatz, Bridget McCall, and Madeline Wells to the podium. Bridget is joined by her mother, Pamela, and both her grandparents. Maddie is joined by her parents, Doug and Elizabeth, and both her brother and sister are here as well. And Sarah is joined by her parents, Jerry and Debbie. Carson Scholars must have a minimum grade point average of 3.75 and display humanitarian qualities through community service. Scholarship winners receive their honor by being named a Carson Scholar and are awarded an Olympic-sized medal to celebrate their accomplishments. Previous winners of this award are eligible to reapply for Carson Scholar recognition annually. These 3 ladies are one of only 6,700 students nationwide. Both Maddie and Bridget are previous winners for the Carson Scholarship and have been recertified for this year and for epitomizing the qualifications of a Carson Scholar. Here's a little bit about their achievements at North Hills. Bridget is a sophomore. She was a straight A student as a freshman, and she's also on pace to do the same for her sophomore year. She is currently enrolled in our Connections program and taking advantage of AP World History, and CHS Chemistry through the University of Pittsburgh, and is also a member of our Academy for Engineering. Congratulations, Bridget. Maddie is a senior and is a member of our National Honor Society and has completed this set of coursework here at North Hills. And I'd like you to keep in mind here that the first two courses that I'll read to you can be taken in your sophomore year, very similar to Bridget, and then the rest of the coursework here has been completed in both her junior and senior year. CHS Chemistry through the University of Pittsburgh and AP World Language during her sophomore year. Now get ready. AP English Language, AP US History, CHS Anatomy and Physiology 1, CHS Anatomy and Physiology 2, both through Carlow University, Honors Physics, Honors Trig and Pre-Calc, AP Biology, AP Calculus BC, AP Government and Politics, CHS Psychology through Seton Hill University, and she's also been a committed member of our music program with both the Wind Ensemble and Wind Symphony. Congratulations, Maddie. And Sarah is our junior representative. She is being recognized for a first-time recipient of the Carson Scholarship. Sarah will receive her $1,000 scholarship, award that will be invested for her college education. In addition to the Carson Scholarship, we have some other exciting news to share about Sarah's opportunities this summer. Sarah was selected to participate in the Center for Integrated Oncology Academy in Germany. This opportunity is generally extended to German students only. Sarah will be the first American to participate in this program, which is incredible. She'll be staying in Germany for a month this summer. She'll be with a host family who is also an oncologist at the center where she will study. This program is a part of a summer academy through the University of Pittsburgh Cancer Institute, and she will attend lectures at the university and complete research on leukemia and lymphoma with doctors and faculty members. Here's a list of her coursework she has completed here at North Hills. AP World History, CHS Chemistry through the University of Pittsburgh, AP Chemistry, AP Physics 1, AP US History, CHS German 1, Honors American Literature, Honors Trig Pre-Calc. And to no surprise, Sarah is also a member of our academy, or she's also a member of our National Honor Society and is a member of the Academy for Medicine and the Academy for World Affairs. Congratulations, Sarah. And to close it out, it is also of no surprise that these three young ladies have gone through this coursework, and all three of them have grade point averages above a 4.0. Congratulations.
Okay. Okay, then we could, that finishes yourself up there, Mr. Kreider, I assume? Well, I'll finish, okay. Now we will ask Dr. Venata to come up, to the podium. Thank you.
Good evening. The NAM Foundation was founded in 2006 and represents the generosity and philanthropy of the music products industry. Some NAM Foundation partners include Americans for the Arts, Arts Education Partnership, Drum Corps International, John Lennon Educational Tour Bus, Music for All, National School Board Association, Music Achievement Council, Sesame Workshop, the Kennedy Center, VH1 Save the Music Foundation, and many, many more. In its 16th year, the program singles out districts for outstanding efforts by teachers, administrators, parents, students, and community leaders to make education music education accessible to all students. The NAM Foundation and University of Kansas recognizes schools and districts with outstanding music programs annually. The recognition is based upon specific criteria, written responses, and program articulation. This year, in addition to 388 districts receiving Best Communities for Music Education recognition, 120 individual schools across the nation are also being awarded the Support Music Merit Award, which recognizes support for school-based music education programs. School districts and schools in 33 out of 50 states are represented. 53 school districts and schools out of 400 in Pennsylvania are represented. Getting these numbers? And 7 school districts out of the 42 in Allegheny County have been awarded either the Best Communities and/or the Support Music Merit Award for the 15 school year. I'm proud to announce that the North Hills School District received both. The Best Communities for Music Education Award and the high school received the Support Music Award for specific school designation. At this time, I would like to invite music teacher and department curriculum leader, Mr. Lynn Lavelle, and the North Hills School District music faculty up to congratulate them on this tremendous honor and achievement. On behalf of the district, I thank you all for your countless hours, your dedication to your students, to your community, to your school, to your profession, and of course, to all of us again. So thank you. Please come up. Congratulations.
Thank you for having us here tonight, and what a wonderful way to start having Mrs. Menino's students from Ross, our kindergarten students, perform for us tonight. We're honored to receive this recognition for the first time in the history of the school district on behalf of our district and the entire community. As we pursue our vision in the North Hills School District to be one of the nation's great school districts, we have to also pursue our vision to become one of the nation's great music departments in support of our school district. And it's really a point of pride for this recognition for our program. And I'd like to introduce the music teachers who, along with our students, our parents, and our community, make all this possible. Most of them were able to be here with us tonight. Mr. Jeff Lucas teaches elementary band. Mrs. Jess Webster teaches elementary band. Miss Allie Tianco teaches elementary general music and orchestra. Mrs. Sue Rossetti teaches elementary general music. Mrs. Val Menino teaches elementary general music. Mrs. Renee Trisilla teaches middle school choir and general music. Miss Heidi Coney teaches middle school general music. Chris Rodak teaches middle school band and high school theory. Mr. Sean Clunan teaches high school choirs and music theory. And our student teacher this year is Mr. Christopher Ballantyne from Penn State University. So our music department, thank you for having us here tonight.
There you go. You better put them up.
Hey, Langela, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is the only one you get for entire year, though. Congratulations. You are welcome for your music hall. That's right. This is it. You get one pen for all next year. Run out of it. You can buy one on eBay for $100.
Thank you.
That was a great job. There you go. Thanks for all your hard work.
I'll let you know.
Great.
That's
it. Put them on the wall, give them an award.
Tonight after.
When's the big day? When's the big day? Hello, it's nice to meet you. I all of a sudden didn't know your face. Thank you for everything you do. Awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Oh, face the best.
The one in the gray sweater.
It looks like it's a Republican. That's great. Wonderful public recognition and student performance tonight. It's just tremendous. Let's move on to board member comments, if there are any this evening.
Yeah, I just
Mr.
want
Muno.
to comment on something. Well, they're leaving
Oh,
now. Everybody's, but, yeah, I just wanted to point out, it was nice, my son is a member of Boy Scouts too. He's in his first year. Dirk's in the same troop. It was good to see actually 3 different troops recognized tonight, but unfortunately, Mr. Nudi's not here. I just want to point out that Dirk actually got his welding certification here
Oh,
at the
great.
school,
Okay.
which led to a merit badge in welding.
Okay.
I don't think people realize there's 157, something like that, different merit badges that
Right.
cover quite a wide range
Yeah.
of different achievements, and I'm sure probably most people around here didn't know there was a welding merit badge.
It's not easy either.
So-
It's not
No,
easy.
no.
That's
So,
right.
and like I said, he got his certification
Tremendous
right here at the school.
Mhm.
So congratulations to all of them.
Good comment. Thank you. Anybody else?
They've
Dr.
also,
Knowles.
also left, but I'd also like to congratulate the music department again. Last week, I had the honor of traveling with the wind ensemble to Providence, Rhode Island, where they performed at the National Association for Music Educators, and there was standing ovation for our kids from music educators from all around the country. So it was an incredibly proud moment for our music department, and I think that, this is just another example of the kind of recognition that they're receiving. So very
Thank you.
proud of all of them.
Thank you. That's it? Okay, we can move on to public comments on the agenda items only, and there isn't anybody signed up to speak. That's fine. We can now move on to the approval of the minutes, and that's the board approve the minutes from March 5th, 2015, work session, legislative meeting, and March 12th, 2015, legislative meeting.
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Is there anything for the solicitors this evening?
Nothing for the public meeting.
Thank you. Let's move on to student representative report. Sarah, do you have anything at all there?
Yeah, I do.
And congratulations once again on your scholarship. Good job.
God, it's amazing.
So, current sophomore Haley Seaman will go abroad next year to study in Germany. She received the Congress Bundestag National Scholarship, and she is one of only 250 students selected nationwide. She will spend her junior year being immersed in the German culture and living with the host family, and she joins the group of other former North Hills students, all of whom applied for the scholarship and received it, including our current senior Jacob Gettens. Junior Nicholas Osmond placed 9th in the Westinghouse Science Honors Institute final exam. The program hosted 11 different Saturday morning lectures for selected juniors to learn about different fields and careers in engineering, and he will be rewarded with a $250 prize. Seniors Eric Meister and Christy Adamiak and junior Courtney Labritz will represent North Hills in the All-State Orchestra, and sophomore Emily Kaup will also do the same in the All-State Band. The PMEA State Conference is held in Hershey this month, where the students will join with other talented musicians to form the state's best high school orchestra and band. Also, the Wind Ensemble recently returned from their trip to Providence, Rhode Island. I would like to personally congratulate the cast of Footloose on an outstanding performance last month. In the Technology and Education Department, many students were recognized for great performances at the 2015 Pennsylvania High School Computer Fair, and 5 of them will advance to the state competition, those being seniors Ryan Burek, Jordan Linder, and Luke Stotz, all earning first place in the logo design category, junior Pierce Chafin earning top honors in the animation category, and sophomore Brian Venturella, who won first place in the programming/mobile app design category. Among the many great role models in our district, 7th grader Jane Fusco is featured on the April/May issue of Discovery Girls magazine, and she will also have the opportunity to attend the Discovery Girls Leadership Summit in Monterey, California. North Hills students gave back in numerous ways this past month. Highcliffe students participated in the American Heart Association's Jump Rope for Heart fundraiser, where the whole building participated in various physical activities, and they were able to raise nearly $10,000. The high school raised money and awareness for multiple sclerosis through the Put a Lid on MS campaign, and students and faculty gave a $1 donation to wear a hat for the duration of the school day. April is Autism Awareness Month, and the Best Buddies Club helped to implement the Light It Up Blue campaign, where students wore blue and signed their name on an awareness banner in the cafeteria. With the closing of winter sports, the North Hills Inline Hockey Team won the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Roller Hockey League Tier 1 Championship on March 15th, beating Seneca Valley 4-3 in overtime. And also, senior Brian Lavasic won 2 bronze medals in the 100 and 200-yard freestyle events at the state swimming and diving championships. Heading into May, students prepare for important exams like the PSSAs and the AP exams, but there is also plenty of fun to be had. The baseball boosters will hold their annual baseball bingo on Sunday, April 26th, and 6th graders gear up and get ready for track and field day, which is Wednesday, May 6th. Arts Alive will also be next month on the 8th, and there are plenty of new things to see and do, including hands-on activities for kids and board games and video games created by our students.
Well, a lot going on. Thank you, Sarah. So we're going to have to take a break there. All right, thank you. Superintendent's report, do we have?
I do. I have a couple of comments I'd like to make. I'm sure many of you are aware that the PSSA season has begun, and I'd just like to take a few minutes to pass along some good luck and best wishes to our students and teachers who are involved in the PSSA testing that goes through the end of the month. Each spring, elementary middle school students in grades 3 to 6 are tested in their knowledge of math and reading during the PSSA exam sessions. In addition, students in grades 4 and 8 also take PSSA exams in the area of writing and science. I can personally attest to the stressful nature of this time of year for our students, our teachers, our staff, and our parents. But this will pass, and I have complete faith that our students are as prepared as they possibly can be for these exams due to the dedication and the efforts of our North Hills faculty and staff members. I also have no doubt that a few months from now, I will be right back here sharing the good news related to the stellar performances on the PSSA exams by our students. And if nothing else, there's 32 and a half days of school left until summer.
This is true. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Monroe. Now we can move on to a presentation by Dr. Kevin Dietrich, our Director of Athletics and Activities regarding the winter sports review. Yeah, that's exactly right. Can you put something good on while we wait? They're losing 1-0. Mike, they're losing 1-0 anyway.
Already?
They're losing
38 seconds into the first period. Now 1-0.
That's awesome.
I'm not making stuff.
Let me just start by saying, Sarah, you're a tough act to follow.
Good point.
I lost the coin flip before we did that. So. But another exciting year for winter sports. We're just going to start off and talk about the sports right in a row. First off with boys basketball. Boys basketball had a good season this year. Coach Gabus always struggled. He always puts in a hard non-section schedule that he and I both went over last summer together, hoping that we'd be prepared for the playoffs, and it rang true. Buzz does a great job in terms of preparation for the playoffs, getting a hold of the kids, and they really did a nice job this year. They finished third in what was not even an argument in the toughest section in WPIL, and that shows itself every year and year in and year out in the WPIL playoffs and the state playoffs. Buzz got the kids got great play this year and won 2 playoff games and finished third in the WPIL. So again, a great job by the basketball team. They qualified for the PIA state playoffs, and we really are excited about the team coming back next year. Oops. Sorry about that. You got it? All right. Okay. Individual accomplishments, we had two players named to the first team all-conference, Nick Smith and Kendall Taylor. One player was named an honorable mention, and that was Nick Sabolovic. And really was a great accomplishment was Buzz Gabus was named Section Coach of the Year, elected by his peers in the coaching world. So again, Section Coach of the Year, 2 first-team all-conference, and I'm happy to report that Nick Smith is going to be back next year and hungrier and better than ever. So. Going on to girls basketball. Overall record was 8-14, improved from last year. Still continue to struggle in section play, 2-10. Again, very tough conference. Individually, Melanie Lindsay finished first team all conference, and she had 32 and 33 points in games this year in single games. Jamie Halloran finished second team all conference. Yeah. Again, we're rebuilding the girls basketball program. It's going to take some time. The girls did compete this year with teams that they have not been able to compete in the past. Scores were closer and won more games. Outlook for next year, we have a group of girls coming back next year, very young. And plans for this summer is the girls are going to go to Notre Dame team camp again in June. And also, Coach Wilmus is going to hit hard with the elementary clinics and the middle school clinics throughout the summer. Moving on to wrestling. Team overall record was 9-8, section record 3-3. Team-wise, they won the West Mifflin Team Championship. The North Hills Duels, they placed 4th place. And the Montour Duels, they finished in 3rd place. Oops. I went backwards again. The mouse was on there. Yeah. Individual wrestling for wrestling, Gage Curry placed 2nd in the WPIL and finished 2nd in the PIA state playoffs. Keegan Lawson, most takedowns in the Montour Duels. West Mifflin tournament champion. Dave Badamo was a section champion, and Sean Bright was off to a great start this year. He was the Chartiers Houston and West Mifflin tournament champion before he tore his ACL. And the biggest thing on Sean's mind right now is to get back in time for football season. But it was really a good year for those guys. I also just wanted to point out publicly that, as most of you know, Jose Martinez, our head coach, went down health-wise and wasn't able to coach this year. But waiting in the wings and really did a nice job was Vertus Jones, our assistant coach. The team did not miss a beat. As I always say, Vertus does a great job because he just doesn't teach wrestling, he demonstrates it. He's very active with the kids. He's a great role model and has filled in that job admirably. He did a really nice job for the team this year, and I really want to thank him for that. It was a transition year. Last year that came within 1 point of winning a section championship. We lost a lot of folks from that year. We graduated 6 starters from last year's lineup. But out with the old, in with the new, so to speak, we added 7 sophomores and 1 freshman into the varsity lineup, which is really good for next year. Goals next year is to fill all the weight classes and build a summer workout. The wrestling team will have a wrestling camp actually in June this year. Oops. Boys and girls swimming. That picture right there is Brian Lavasic finishing 3rd in the state. That's Coach Liz Cleary giving him the medal there. I thought it was a pretty good picture to take. Overall, the boys team record was 15-1. Section record was 6-1. Girls' overall team record was 14-2, and the section was 5-2. Number of returning lettermen for next year is 21. The team really did well, both boys and girls. 7 new pool records were established this year. They finished third place in the state in both the 100 and 200 meter free, tripled our state participants from last year, and over 20 WPIL swimmers qualified, which doubled from last year's number in the WPIL playoffs. Some individual accomplishments. Brian Lavasic, winner of the KDK Extra Effort Award, placed 3rd in both the WPIL and the states in the 100 and 200 free. He broke the 50, 100, 200, and 500 free school records. Those should last a good while over at the high school. Aurelia broke a 15-year-old 200 free record, also qualified for states in the 500 and 200 free. The boys relay team, consisting of Andrew Suchin, Brian Lavasic, Seth Tesmer, and Drew Mahoney, both broke school records and qualified for the states. Mary Claire Smith and Sydney Davidson took the 9th and 10th respectively in the 100 breast at the WPIL. Both teams had their highest win record to date. The relay team qualified for the state meet and finished in the top 6 at the WPIL. The boys teams improved and had the highest amount of freshmen in WPIL qualifiers to this date. The boys team is losing 8 boys to graduation next year, including Brian. Brian has accepted a scholarship at the University of Pittsburgh and will be swimming at Pitt next year. With the males graduating 8, the girls will be strong next year. The women's side will only get stronger due to the JV and the youth program. Both are full and ready to go for next year. Just wanted to mention ice hockey. Sarah said it earlier, inline hockey winning the championship. There was also success on ice hockey as well, led by 12 seniors. This is the 4th consecutive playoff appearance, but the seniors. No other team in North Hills history qualified for the playoffs in 4 straight years. So those kids started off as freshmen, never missed the playoffs. So congratulations to them. This is the 3rd consecutive year they had 8 wins or more. 2-time Player of the Month, Brett Berner and Tyler Volz, and 3-time All-Stars was Brett Berner and Tyler Volz. The club also had its 300th win this season. Something that we started up this year, too, that I wanted to spare no expense. I didn't use district money, I used my own money, but I wanted to prove a point. This year we started something for the first time called the Academic Cup, and it goes every semester to the team with the highest GPA. And I'm happy to announce that this year's winner was... Tennis. Girls tennis won.
Oh, wow.
And
For us tennis players, sure.
what was nice was we actually presented this to the girls tennis team when Brian got his KDK Extra Effort Award with Bob Pompiani, and it was on TV and everything. And really our mission to the kids is, for the girls tennis team, is we want to hold on to that as long as possible. And the message to the other teams is you want to grab that as fast as possible. And I already caught Coach Cleary trying to steal it out of Coach Woffington's room 2 weeks ago. So, but that's what we want. I mean, you can talk about wins and losses, but what's going to get them through life is their academics. And this is one stop on their journey of success. And hopefully what they learn from athletics will provide that knowledge for them to be successful, whether it be in the swimming pool, whether it be in the office. And the legacy that they're going to leave, we always talk about it. I have a class called Sports Talk we talk about in the middle school all the time. You know, we have a special room called the Annex, and you look on Annex, and it's the history of North Hills. And it's one thing to know it, but what are we going to leave there? And that's something that we talk about in the middle school quite often. So great year for winter sports. We're ready and going with the spring sports, and hopefully some more success to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. That was a great report, and once again, thanks for all that you do for the district. We appreciate it, obviously.
Coach Woffington has this on rental.
Ah, okay. That's great. Okay, I guess we could move on to education. Mrs. Bender, you are on the clock.
Okay, the superintendent recommends, and I so move that the Connections Learning Agreement be approved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. There is nothing under technology, Mr. Muir, unless you have anything you might want to add.
I do not.
Okay, thank you. We will move to Dr. Nolish and athletics and activities.
Okay, the superintendent recommends, and I so move, that the board approve there are 4, I'm in the wrong spot here.
Reimbursement.
The reimbursements, right? That talks about policy revisions. I think that belongs in something else, because I think what we're actually doing is approving reimbursements.
Yep.
So there's slow pitch softball reimbursement, bowling club reimbursement, ice hockey reimbursement, and inline roller hockey reimbursement. So the superintendent recommends, and I so move, that the board approve those 4 reimbursements.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. It doesn't appear we have anything formally under A.W. Beatty, but anybody?
Yes, I would just like to make it be aware that Dr. Manarino has gallantly volunteered or accepted to be the superintendent of record at Beatty. This is a 3-year commitment, and it's a wonderful place, and he's going to be lucky enough to serve with Mrs. Reed and I. And
Lucky.
again, and he will be voted on not next week, at the next Beatty meeting. That's all.
Great, thank you, Mrs. Bender. We can move to personnel, and that would be Mr. Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. Wilgus. Personnel items are discussed in the executive session, and therefore superintendent recommends, and I so move, that the board approve personnel items 1 through 4.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We can now move on to policy, and it looks like that would be Mrs. Reed.
Yes, the superintendent recommends, and I so move, that the board approve the revisions to policy items 1 through 3. These changes are made due to the new state regulations, rules in regard to clearances. So they all had to be updated. Are there any questions? We discussed it at the committee. Okay.
There being none.
Someone want a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
Aye.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Good
You
job.
throw me off my game here. We could now move to community and intergovernmental relations. That would be Mr. Yeomans.
Yes, I have just one item, and that would be the board members' attendance at the PSBA 2015 Advocacy Forum. That's coming up end of this week, next week, in Mechanicsburg, and that would be Mr. Nudi, who's talking to the legislators tonight.
Good luck with that.
So superintendent recommends, and I so move, we approve item number 1 under community and intergovernmental relations.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Burnett, Finance.
I think that's actually Mr. Kelly. I was pinch hitting for him when he was
Oh, you
out.
could- all right.
Is that, go ahead, Mr. Kelly. I don't want to
Thank
take your
you.
wind out of your sail.
Thank you. There are 6 items that we will lump together, if I may, for a motion and a vote. It would be the general fund bills, the construction fund bills, budget transfers, payroll of the month of March 2015, the Allegheny Intermediate Unit 2015-16 Program of Services budget, and the Treasurer's Report for February 28th, 2015. Superintendent recommends, and I so move, that the board approve finance items 1 through 6.
Second.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Also, we have 2 requests, and we'll take them separately, from taxpayers for waiver of real estate tax costs. The first one, I believe, is from an individual that you have the information in front of you. And the chair would recommend any action that anyone wants to.
I'll entertain a motion to waive the request by the taxpayer.
I second.
To grant the request.
To grant the request, I'm sorry, not waive, to grant the request.
Okay,
And
I
we
can
have-
second that.
Okay. Do we have any discussion?
I'm confused.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
No.
Okay. Looks like we have 1 no. Would that be right?
Yes,
Thank you. All right, Mr. Kelly, I guess you're up for the next
And
one.
there is a second request from taxpayer for a waiver of real estate tax from the Ridgewood Assembly of God.
I move we grant the request
Okay. Do we have a second? Okay.
grant the request.
Okay, we have a second. Is there any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
And that's all under finance.
Thank you. Mr. Nudi isn't here. Would anybody like to take support services, or? I can take it if nobody. Okay, I'll take it. We have several items under the support services. The paint for the middle school lockers, the middle school construction change orders, which we discussed at the last meeting, the middle school roof repairs, the middle school wall repairs, and the Martorelli Stadium running track surface replacement. So I would like to make a motion that items 1 through 5 be approved this evening under the support services.
Second.
Second.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. August?
Yes, sir.
Can I ask one question? on
Sure.
that? I know Mr. Moody's not here tonight.
Mhm.
We have the repair of the middle school roof.
Yes.
Repairs. Is there any need, what about the high school? Didn't we talk about the high school roof being?
David, you answer that?
I wasn't aware of any, but maybe I missed it.
We are not to the point that the high school roof needs repaired. It is reaching its end of life. But the last survey of it did not indicate anything that we needed to do to extend the life at this point.
Okay, that was my question. I knew it was reaching its end of life, but there's no need for repairs to stopgap measure any at the high school?
Not at this time, no.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That being said, I don't believe we have anybody signed up for additional comments, which is wonderful. So I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Meeting adjourned.